Look, there's this dude online talking about for the grace of God, and I'm making a million millionaires and trying to get in on this collective movement and on the world's first trillionaire. You know, if you speak it into existence, it becomes a reality. This is a dude that has the energy of a Masonic cult member. This is a dude that's walking around talking just like Trump. This is a dude that's saying, oh, I'm the first trillionaire in the world, but they already had the first trillionaire. This is a narcissist. Let me give you an example of actual knowledge from somebody that still has their soul. When you make money your God, when you worship money and stop seeing it as a tool for foundation building in the physical structure, when that's all you do, when that's all you're concerned with, when you'll do anything to get it, you have failed. You might have it. You might have lots of money. But you don't get to buy peace for your soul. That doesn't come with a paycheck. You want in my movement, you want to be a part of my collective. You don't buy your way in, you grow into it. You come to new levels of understanding. You come to new levels of peace. You help others. You can't buy your way into that. And you can't just say you're in it, even though you're a total psychotic narcissist with dead eyes and no soul. And that all of a sudden makes it true. You got to go through me. You have to get my verification. You have to get my okay. You have to get my validation. Because when I see somebody saying they're a trillionaire and they're just calling it into existence and they're going to make a million millionaires and they're the first, but they're already not, and this is a brand new video, all I see is lies, manipulation, narcissism, him talking like speak it into existence and it is so. That's not how manifestation works. It's a part of it, but you still got to do the work. You can't just claim it is so and it is. We are not God. And people keep forgetting that about themselves. They keep forgetting that just because they have some money or a good idea, that they are not above divinity. They're not above divine law. I'm not above divine law. I'm not above any of it. When I mess up, my karma is immediate and severe. I get it worse. And my mess ups are small. So when you think that my life is easy, no, I just snap back into place the second I falter quickly. And it is brutal. I have it worse. My discipline is what I've learned from mess ups. I wrote my own script, but I allowed God to do the guidance. So when I mess up, my punishment is swift and severe. It's immediate and it's brutal. I don't get to do that. I'm held to a higher standard. That doesn't mean that I force all this on anybody else or anything else. It means that I'm this way from my own personal training program. I didn't fall into theirs. I didn't fall into their habits. You can't buy your way into something like this. You have to build it, grow into it, become it. People keep forgetting that. People keep forgetting that I wasn't always like this. That I've never been perfect, and I'm still not. People keep forgetting that this was hard work, discipline, and saying no to giving my soul away. This was hardship, this was pain, this was struggle. And I managed to get through it without taking the easy way. Because that was my own morality kicking in, my own intuition telling me this is not right. Something about this is wrong. This is not the right way. And I trusted and believed in myself. I trusted and believed in God. And no, Money is not evil. When you use it as the tool it's meant to be used as. Money becomes evil when evil people begin to worship it and think that they're above others because of it. When you know what they did to get it, who they stepped on, who they cut out, who they siphoned from. And then they put themselves above people like being the biggest loser makes you the biggest winner. That whole mindset is chaotic. It's mentally ill. So I have a little bit of money and I like to have my own personal funds, my own personal coffers, and I like to maybe buy a few little nice things. I wear decent clothes and, you know, I dress well and I have a haircut and I take care of myself. But I'm not out doing things in a way that would make it so money rules my life. And I'm not calling things into existence that are unrealistic. Let's talk about calling things into existence. When you say something out loud, when you're telling the universe, this is what I want, there's a process that follows after that. It's not a bell. It's not a prayer over a candle. There's a process that follows after that for manifestation. You call that out to the universe responds with, okay, this is what you need to do to get there. It's manifestation through energetic control and co-creation. It has nothing to do with, I just said it, so it is. You're not God. And it's part of the human experience to learn things like this. To learn that when you're saying something out to the universe, calling it in, the universe will respond. It will reciprocate, but it's going to require you to build yourself into who you need to be to handle it. And it's going to require you to do the work within the societal construct to earn it so that you can treat it properly. That's how co-creation manifestation works. If you're sitting in your room praying over a candle or trying to just give yourself all these amazing things, even if you do get a portion of it, you're gonna mess it up. Because you weren't built for it. You weren't ready for it. You weren't built to sustain it because you didn't do the inner work. This is where divination plays such a cruel trick on the human mind. This is where instant gratification instead of hard work gets you less, not more. This is where people are getting tricked into being part of Ponzi schemes, being part of criminal enterprises, and they don't even realize it. That's how you get that quick $100. Oh, you want $100? We hear you. Okay, well, you need $100. You need to get some whatever you need to get. We're gonna hook you up. Here's what you gotta do. Oh, really? That's all I gotta do? Watch somebody and call you on the phone when I see them? That's how people get trapped. Because if you're not producing for yourself, if you're receiving based on criminal acts, even if you don't know they're criminal acts, you're still a party to it. And you get caught up in cases. It's a trick. It's how you end up being the sacrifice. Easy money and instant gratification is not sustainable. Stepping on people's necks, not sustainable. Saying you are who you're not without being willing to do the work to get there, it's not sustainable. That's why when you do things like have soulless lies all over the internet and just believe it's true, you're creating your own delusion and living in it. And that, my friend, is psychosis. That is mental illness. So when you're walking around talking about, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm blah, 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 and none of it's true, you don't even believe yourself. Now you're putting yourself into delusion. You're creating your own delusion. If you're saying, this is what I want, teach me how to get there, build me into it, I'll do the work, then you're manifesting. This is not a difficult process to understand. Not at all. Quit being crazy.